It's just on the front.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Toy Duo team. We're going to be talking about action figures, toy reveals, and more. I just had to interrupt John because everyone's waiting. Roll the music.
When you have a plastic addiction and your shelves are overflowing, when you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out, just sit right back, just relax and watch you listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you need, the toy news you didn't know you needed. Toy Duo team has it all for you. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle. You can have more action figures that will ever fit on your shelf.
That's why we all have a pile of shame.
Hey, Bern, why don't you make that like a 7-minute intro?
We're not getting into that conversation because then I'm going to have to delete Rick from the stream.
We do need a red light on air light to let us, have a little warning.
No, I can't put a red light will not stop people from carrying on their own conversations on this show. It will just not happen.
StreamYard needs to implement.
You mean the little thing up here that says live?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just goes.
All right. Anyways, we got Drone Pilot 33 who got shot down over in New Jersey. Welcome to the party,
you
pal.
can't film me though. You can't film it.
Yeah.
Whatever
Welcome
you do,
to
don't post videos of it.
Welcome to the party, pal, who is not a Christmas movie. Sir Eric, who is getting ready to upload his first video. It's going to be all about how Hasbro cannot ship him a HasLab Ghost. And then, oh, there it is.
Is that the second one?
Hold on, I can't read your guys' names. Hold on. And then you got Battle Android John, and then goodbye 2024, because this is the final episode of 2024. All right, sorry.
I thought it was the final episode, period.
It could be. You know what? We could make a whole Christmas hat episode. Anybody who doesn't have a Christmas hat right now is removed from the stream.
And leave it to
I
Rick.
have 2 of them right here.
It's all over.
And then we can all be upset that we got removed from the stream.
Ooh, too soon? No.
Yeah, maybe. It's been a
Yeah,
couple
that's
of
too
years.
soon.
Yeah.
Let's say
Thanks,
hi
Mr.
to
B.
Gary Skrills is here. Gap's here. Let's see. Dan's in the chat also. Jonathan Redmond. Sir Eric's in the chat also. We got Ricardo, Mr. B. Prophet is here. Let's see. Mr. B. Am I missing it? Did I miss anybody? No, not yet. Anyways, did you guys have a good Christmas, everybody?
Yeah, it was all right. I spent the week with Mom at the house. Pretty good.
What'd your dad do while you're over there?
He stayed at the condo except for Christmas Day. He drove up just for the day
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then drove right back.
I just noticed it. Are you wearing a Die Hard shirt or is that Wonder Woman? Dean?
Oh, me? No, this
Yeah.
is my daughter got me this. It's an episode 1 shirt.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a.
But I see what you mean. Like it seems like
The
the
building.
building.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's got a Wonder Woman thing on her head.
Yeah, I thought it was like Wonder Woman. She was holding the sword.
I do see the eye similarity though between Portland and
Yeah,
Yale.
weird. And then who's this guy off to the right? Is that Bruce Willis?
Yeah, he's all like faded out.
Or Qui-Gon.
Liam Neeson. Yeah.
It's a new shirt, but it looks vintage and old, but
Yeah, it does.
brand new.
I see
At least
that.
he said it was. You probably get it at the thrift shop.
Eric
Yeah.
has the the is that the Rebel? The New Order symbol, not the New Order, the New Republic symbol on your
Hey,
shirt.
Matt.
Oh
I
no,
see
this
it.
is just some new
Oh, it's
sweatshirt
like-
I got
oh, a
from
multi-helmet.
Roosevelt's.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And then Dan's wearing like a polo shirt. Is that a special Star Wars or golfing shirt? Nope.
All of the above.
Might
And
be
then
bi-
what's Rick wearing? He's usually peddling some sort of a shirt that he created on his like t-shirt site.
This is my Kenner Millennium Falcon ramp shirt.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice. Too bad you can't see it because of the sweatshirt.
It's all good. It's cold here. I'm in Canada, eh?
I'm just advertising my. This is my channel shirt that I made a while ago when I was still trying to figure out what kind of like designs would I make. Nobody bought
was
any
gonna
shirts
wear
anyway.
I was gonna wear the shirt that I purchased from you when you first started making shirts. It was the manger with Grogu.
Oh, that was my old Manger scene. I built
Yeah.
that one, and then I got that thing from Hobby Lobby. I should have updated the shirt.
Yeah, you made a new manger. I saw a video. Is that new?
No, that was like a year or two ago. I did that one, and then somebody actually stole that video and then posted it on their YouTube channel too. And the only reason I know is because when you go to YouTube Studio, you can see like the copyright. So I can see the other person's video, right?
Oh,
I
really? I
just
didn't know you
thought-
could do that.
Yeah, you could just screen record somebody's video and then upload it as your own. Somebody took my Baby Shark one too, the one where I have like the Shark Man from DC with the little tiny shark, and I'm like, it plays to the Baby Shark song.
Yeah.
And we took that video and uploaded it to their channel. They got a few thousand views on it, so that's good.
Well, they probably figured since you couldn't make any money off of it, I'm assuming since it was claimed, right?
Well,
Well,
when I put my videos up, I have that open license, right? Like I click that button so people can take parts of any of my videos and use them.
Well, they probably figured nobody's watching Burns' channel, so they probably
yeah, so they
figured,
want to watch
I
theirs.
put
this
that
is a
as
good
well.
video. People need
Yeah,
to
like
see this, so let's put it on a channel that people watch.
to be honest, I mean, like if somebody wants to take a clip or something from one of my videos, I'm okay with it because I mean, what's
Yeah,
it going to
same
do?
here.
It's just going to advertise my
I
channel.
want that
It's
in
just
writing.
marketing.
Yeah,
We're going to
It
go,
could
who's that
only-
guy? We got to
It
go
could
over there.
only end up helping you. Yeah. it
Well, as
only
long
end
as they
up-
give you credit, yeah. But
Well, I mean,
I've been uploading these little 30-second retro toy commercials and stuff.
that's your copying off of somebody else's channel.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, like all of them, because there's zero copyrights. Like I've uploaded 2 videos, an hour of just vintage toy commercials. So there's
I'm
like
going to start
40
doing the same thing.
And then
I'm
an
gonna take 'em
hour
right
of-
off of Rick's channel.
Yeah,
put
I'll
'em
just
on
always
live.
email them to you. And then an
Well, that-
hour of Kenner Star Wars ones, and it's doing okay. Like I thought my thumbnails were good, but zero notifications that you're gonna get, because those
Right.
companies don't exist anymore, most of them.
Well, I got hammered one time on a short. It was like months later, but like the video we did last week, by the way, they copyrighted that one, Warner
The
Brothers,
Superman.
for showing the Superman trailer, even though we didn't play the audio and we did our own like kind of dialogue with it. So, I mean, I was gonna clip it out, but then I was like, why? I'll just leave it. That's why I uploaded that segment separately. I was gonna clip it out and then put like a thing like, hey, see this video or whatever. But
Oh, okay.
And I was
That's why
like-
you did that.
what's the point? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all right.
Right.
thought
I
it was funny.
still get copyright claims on Dandy and I's Toys and Fitness streams. Like
Yeah.
still like a year
Well,
or
that's
two
because
after
they're
we
watching
did
you
it.
guys like a hawk because of that time you pulled out those firearms.
Yeah.
Hey, be quiet! I'll pull it out right now and shut this stream right down.
that still boggles me. I used to, so some of the songs that we used, is that what it was?
Yeah, some of the music in the background that I probably used that you used.
I would
It's
say
no big deal. It's not like
30% of my videos have a copyright, and I'm totally okay with it, because I would like,
Yeah.
if I want a certain song, or it's usually songs. I don't think I've gotten any copyrights for any type of video content. I've even done 6 or 7 like trailer reactions, playing the whole trailer and stuff. And if anything, you get a copyright because there's like 8 seconds of music that it
Some
recognizes.
studios I find just don't care, right? Like some
Yeah.
studios don't care, but Warner Brothers apparently really cares, because the one that I got hit on before on the
Sony.
short video was that super the Flash movie, and they
I
did not
get-
like that at all.
I get those notifications like the copyrights, but it's like this video is blocked in like Bulgaria and
Yeah,
left
okay,
in-
start the
left in
show
part of
already.
Russia. Like, oh my,
Well-
okay, I don't care.
All right. Anyways, so we start the show with a little thing we call bragging camp. We just had Christmas, so some people will probably have a whole lot of stuff to show off, if anything, and then other people probably won't have hardly anything. But
I narrowed it down to just a couple.
all right, who wants to go first?
Should we break Dino up into 3 sections?
Okay.
No, I
Let
only have
Eric go
one item.
first.
Maybe
I see a
two.
big box behind him. Eric?
Yeah, I'm not unboxing that right now. I just haven't had time.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, we
so-
talked about this ahead of time. I'm
I
just
mean, you
kidding.
can't You can't
So
leave
that's
that
the
in
ghost.
view and then just not address it.
But you
Yeah.
got your shelves up.
Is that half
Uh,
the size of your
mostly.
doorway?
All right.
It is big.
someplace.
I'm surprised it is actually like close to 50 pounds. So it's
Wow.
pretty hefty. It's funny because so this one came on Boxing Day on the 26th, and I got nervous because I was, picking up family and driving them
remember
back to
that.
my house.
Fiasco, yeah.
Yeah, so I adjusted my plans with family to make sure I was home for this, but the FedEx guy didn't even ring the doorbell or knock to get a signature.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was great. So I was like, I got a notification saying the package was delivered. I'm like, the hell it was.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it said required signature. So, but thankfully it was just out the door, and I just missed my notification on my Ring doorbell. And then out of nowhere, it was really funny because I think there are a lot of people getting notifications that they won't get their ghost until
Yeah.
January or February
February,
even. Yeah. So I figured my second one was going to fall into that category, but I didn't see an email. And then out of nowhere, yesterday morning, I got an alert saying, "Oh, your package is out for delivery." I'm like, I've been checking daily, or
Yeah.
more frequently than daily, on the other tracking number that I saw on the FedEx app, and it said that, like, there was no movement. So I'm like, how did it get from Chino, California to like Chicagoland that fast? It just
So-
didn't even update. Like,
I-
it was all of a sudden in the like Chicago distribution center. Yeah.
All right. So secretly, there's been this like, do you know what the Boring Company is?
Yeah.
It's that Musk's
The
company
tunnel.
where they've been
Tunneling.
like
He's-
digging
Yeah.
like tunnels. There's now a tunnel from Chino to Chicagoland,
Chicago.
and there's like a high speed like FedEx.
Yeah.
It was just so my second one is actually upstairs. I just haven't brought it down.
Really?
Yeah, it is
How do
pretty
you
heavy. I
explain
think
that
you
to
probably
your wife?
tweak-
I
What?
needed two. I needed
Yeah.
two.
Well,
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
a topic
so
for
now-
another day. So the only thing I really have to show off is this came in from Amazon.
Nice.
So
Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, cool. Dan, you got anything?
I do.
Dan's puzzled, man.
I have.
He's like, how did he get two?
I
ghosts?
see Sean Connery back there.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna highlight all of them because I got a whole bunch of toys.
I see a bat.
I figured I'd just leave them sitting here in the view,
Okay.
and if somebody wants to review it later. Yeah, I got the Iron Grenadiers bat. I do like this little. I like the little props thing though. My daughter got me this.
That is actually cool. Actually,
Yeah, and it's die cast, so it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
It's kind of loud, but it does make the little.
okay. Can I say something about your shield? Because I was gonna. Okay, remember like a week or so ago we were talking about the Captain America shields, the full size ones, and I said something like, "I would like a shield if it was more comic book style," and then because they all look like they're the ones from the movie with like the
Yeah,
star.
the angles.
That's what I'm talking about. Like if the shield was like that,
Yeah.
like painted, I would get a full size Captain America shield if it looked like that.
That looks like it would go on a Marvel Legends, doesn't it?
Actually, it's funny you said that because I did. It is scaled. It is scaled pretty well.
That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
You can remove it too, huh?
Yeah. So I got a Storm Shadow here, but you can see. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
It actually does fit
That's
pretty
that's
well.
to
Yeah.
scale. Yeah.
Does it have a handle?
Yeah, actually, it's got a. You could probably fit a fist in there for sure.
Wow, that's cool. Can
Yeah,
you
Nice.
can you throw that and would it knock somebody out?
I
It'll
mean,
bounce off the
I don't know if
wall
you
and
can-
come right back to you.
it's metal. I mean, it's. When I pulled it out, it had some heft, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's die cast!" I thought it was going to be plastic, but
That
Huh.
is cool. I like it.
pretty cool. And
Throw
the
it
other
really
thing-
fast and let it ricochet around your room.
Oh,
He's
nice.
a battery daddy. Yes.
I knew you'd
Yes.
appreciate. I knew you'd
Awesome.
appreciate.
Finally.
I
it.
got mine right here, but it's running a little bit low. Look, no double
Yeah.
A.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god! Oh my god! And Dean, you ever seen one of these guys?
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know what that is.
Mother-in-law got me this. It's
Oh,
like
that's
a
cool.
sledgehammer mallet type exercise bar. So it's
Yeah, that's cool.
15 pounds, and ball
Wow.
on the end of this thing, so you can do some like round the worlds or whatever
Yeah.
you call them, sledgehammer hits.
I've never used it. Is it hard to use?
No, but be ready to choke up on it so you don't take the full blunt of the weight at the end. If you're,
Yeah.
Like if you hit it on and then bounced back and hit you in the face.
I haven't done the tire swings yet, but I imagine that would probably hurt.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. All right. And for the rest of the show, Dean will show off all
No,
the
I
stuff
only
he
have a
did.
couple items. So
Beetlejuice.
I did pick up the
Beetlejuice.
Nosferatu popcorn bucket.
What's in the bucket? Where's Nosferatu? He's out. He's behind you.
Rat.
Yeah, he's behind you.
That was the latest one. A lot of people are going crazy over this thing, I guess.
Wow. Well, it's a cool coffin.
You got a lot of
Um,
views on that video, didn't you?
Yeah. The popcorn buckets do pretty well. So like Gap was saying that if I get copyright claims on those, man, my channel would get shut down because that's the only thing keeping my channel
Your
above
stuff
water.
afloat? Right.
I also have this.
What is it?
Ooh.
Furnace? It's the furnace?
Yeah. So check this out.
Jealous.
Vern kicked me out again.
Your internet kicked you out.
You didn't
It
put
did.
your
I
Santa hat on.
had to reboot everything.
Weird.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Right?
Now, is that made out of metal? Could you light a real fire in there?
Yeah. Hold it, let me
Do you
Let me
need a
get it
battery,
right.
Daddy?
It needs a battery though. Yeah.
hold it, let me let it.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that's cool.
Is that from Freddy?
Ooh,
Or
why would
Friday.
they even make that? That seems weird.
It goes for your NECA figures.
So you can put
Yeah.
popcorn in it.
And it does open up. So you can open this up. I can't get my get the leverage in here though.
Yeah.
And they
That's
gonna
what
want to
happens
do
when
the
you
flexing.
Children can open it though.
when the
There we
chubs. Yeah. Ooh.
It must be
I
hot.
dare you to put your finger in there.
No, I know fire is hot. But that's pretty cool. So I
Yeah,
ordered this
that's neat.
probably back in June and it finally got delivered. This is a
Time.
reissue.
Is it NECA?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the accessory set, so it comes with a bunch of accessories.
NECA does
ready.
make
You know what the problem is, Dean? They sent double to everyone, and
Yeah.
they finally got it back from the dude who smokes, and then they shipped it to you.
Yeah.
NECA does make some quality like side pieces, you know, like
Their
accessories.
accessories
And,
are always, yeah.
But
As
that's
long as you
it.
don't break.
Gary
don't
wants to know if
drop it.
there are any charred children in there.
No,
All right.
you can put the Freddy's glove inside there though.
All right.
Reenact that scene.
That is actually cool. All right, John.
Okay. Well, for vintage, I got a Cobra bat finally. I haven't had a bat in my collection since I was a child,
What?
so finally got that. Whoops!
Cool.
I gotta glue his
Chest plate.
lenticular chest plate back on.
Oh no, John, because the glue would changes the figure.
They had glue originally, so that's okay.
No, I don't think you should put glue on it.
You need to use vintage glue, then it's all okay.
Yeah. I'll find some vintage glue.
Just heat
We
it up.
also have the GoBot Spacey.
Nice. I love that guy.
Spacey turns into a space shuttle.
The best names for GoBots.
The best GoBot ever. We have a R46DO
Ooh.
that was $10 off of during their sale
It's a good deal.
at Christmas time.
That is fantastic. $4.
What is he from?
He's Grief
And
Karga's
Florian.
Astromech.
Oh,
Yeah. But I like Astromech, so I thought this was pretty cool. And for only $10.
so they made his droid, but they didn't make him.
They made two.
Yeah,
Grief
they
Kargas.
have Grief Kargas, yeah.
Really?
And then I have a Yoda
Oh,
Oh,
that is
Yoda.
really cool.
like what do they call them? Nutcrackers? Yeah, Yoda Nutcracker.
Oh, that one's cool.
Who
Yeah.
made that, John?
This is Kurtz Adler.
John,
Yeah,
did you order that after I showed you the like the $500 Nutcracker?
This actually is Chip. Chip sent me a gift card for Amazon, and this is what we picked out. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that company makes I think about 20 different Star Wars ones. Like,
yeah, on the back they show a Stormtrooper and a Darth Vader, along with Yoda.
So that's 3, not 20. Not
I like the
But
Santa
they
Yoda.
do other ones, yeah.
No,
I
they
think
got,
each
they got
box-
Mando and
Yeah,
Really?
each box they only fit 3 different ones on, but yeah, there are other ones. But yeah, I'll get that open at some point and put it in the Yoda collection. And I'm back at the condo and I have my Imperial Communique
Nice.
bands.
You got
Nice.
some stands.
Um,
Nice.
Yeah,
Those
all
stands
different-
actually turned out to be really nice. I got
Yeah.
a few.
He
and,
sent me different colors, and so he sent me a bunch of samples to play with
somebody needs to do a video
along
on
with,
that.
because I ordered stuff, and then he sent me a lot of extras to play around with.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he
cool.
knew I would do a video and sent me a bunch of stickers and cards.
yeah,
and stuff.
Vern, you did a good video. That was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
Vern-
great video that Vern did. Yeah,
I just wanted
so
to
I'll do a video in the next week.
Yeah, so I actually just wanted the retro ones, but when I got the other ones, I was like, oh, I'm gonna see if they will hold up under a stop motion thing. So
So what do you
Yeah.
see? Are you so when you say retro, do you mean vintage?
vintage,
Yes, he does. yeah.
vintage, yeah,
Yeah.
my vintage figures.
I think a lot of people are mixing the word retro.
Okay,
and-
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I say
Well-
I say articulated
well, that's different than retro and
or
vintage.
articulate.
It's not even.
My figures
Cool.
are very articulate. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I got this. I was super happy to get it. This is the last one I need because I have Afra and I have the BT. So 000
Oh, nice.
finally got this
Nice.
guy. So finally got the trio. The other thing I got that I thought was really cool was I love this Captain America. It looks fantastic.
The cracks.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
the scallops
Yeah, that's-
make it much
I-
better.
I would have gotten that if it had a normal shield too. I just didn't want the cracked one.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
that was the only reason I was thinking about getting it.
So
Mm.
Dan, your shield would work with this guy.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I'm
Definitely.
very happy to have that guy up there.
He's very comic book style. That's
That's a
pretty
carded
cool.
one, right?
Who broke his
That's that
shield?
carded Secret Wars one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From this line.
Gotcha.
Who
Thought
broke
about
Captain
that.
Captain America's shield?
Do it that well.
Who's
I
Thanos?
didn't see Santa this year, but
Thanos?
I can show you something I haven't shown you, and it's my Chewy,
Oh,
Nice.
my Chewy Chia Pet. I don't have any seeds or nothing. I believe I got this at a thrift store like last summer, but I just wanted to show something off.
If you want to grow the chia stuff, you could always buy another set and just use the seeds from that.
Yeah, but it just looks. Chewy's
I-
not
I-
green.
I met those people, the guys that have the factory that had the chia factory here it in Mexico, but like I had met them and I was telling them like they should make these little rectangular type pieces. They could have like a T with a golf ball and then have the chia grass growing around it, or they could have like a little football stadium with the dude running and then the
Yeah, that's
chia
a good
grass,
idea.
or a baseball diamond with the chia grass. I thought they could totally market that too.
And then they could make every NFL stadium, and
right sports people. I thought would
that's a
be
good
cool.
idea.
Is there a specific formula that you need, or couldn't you just do like chia seeds
Like
and
grass?
make it?
It's I think it's like so it's terracotta, so I think like the water absorbs through it, so you fill it up with like water and then that thing gets wet and then it's just like
You
that
paint 'em
like
on.
a mud paste with like
Yeah.
seeds in it. I think you could probably make your own.
Well, you
Yeah,
soak
I was
the,
gonna say
I think
without
you
having to
soak
buy
the
them.
seeds so the seeds get like jelly,
Oh, maybe
and then
you're
they
right.
spread on top of it.
It's
Yeah.
science. Let's
Like jelly.
go to you, John.
It is. It's like a
Oh,
jelly
jelly.
on the seed.
All right, so let's say hi to some more people because I think I missed somebody. We got Zero Toy Hunter has joined us.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, good to see Matt.
Prophet, Mr. B. Did we say hi to Mr. B yet?
Hi, Mr. B, yep.
Vagon is here.
JT?
Gary's the one that wanted to know if there are charred child remains in that oven.
Yes.
So
That would be a
someone
great
needs
question.
Gary.
We can make pizza later.
Oh, that's a good idea. Vagon, let's see. I saw Storyteller,
I just happen to have one.
JT.
From a turtle set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I wonder if one of the turtle pizzas can go in there. You could do a video.
It can.
That's pretty cool because you could get like a little tiny piece of balsa wood or cut out your own little like pizza thing and
Yeah.
make a whole video where the dude's pulling out the pizza. You could have him with the pizza on the thing, stick it in there, and when he pulls it out, it has the pizza and the kids eating the pizza.
That's cool.
with human parts on the pizza.
All right. Anyway.
You mom.
All right, this is episode 995. So let's go through the history of 1995 because I know this is everybody's favorite part of the show. Jumpy McClunky joined us just to see this part because he's been waiting for the history lesson that we all needed.
Okay.
And if you're
So
watching
you
the show,
want
don't
to
forget to hit that thumbs up button so that other people will
What?
be turned on to the
You
show
want-
and they'll come over and watch us talking about a whole. Okay, hold on. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, my dad's trying to talk to me over here. He's
I just
screwing up
messed
the whole. He's ruining the whole show. See,
Put him on.
It's time to start over.
he's talking about lasagna or something.
Oh, that sounds good actually.
You
All right.
probably
Yeah,
heard
to be
Tino's
perfectly-
pizza.
the show was ruined minutes ago.
All right, so in 1995, Newsweek published an article called "Why Won't the Web Be Nirvana?" And it scoffed at the future of the internet. It laughed at ideas that people would get news, learn anything, or even buy airline tickets online.
That's just crazy talk.
Is that amazing? Like, I wonder if Newsweek ever wrote a counter article to that. We're sorry, we were wrong. I think it was an opinion piece. And then the quote of the year was, of course, "No soup for you." If you
No
guys,
soup for you.
I'm out.
yeah.
Seinfeld.
And then 1995 was the year that Christopher Reeve was paralyzed, falling off his horse.
So
I think we were talking about that last week, right? Like when
Yeah.
did that happen?
Yeah.
1995. And then the Silverio Perez, a Puerto Rican comedian, in March of 1995, coined the phrase chupacabra, the legendary goat-sucking beast. And
Tell me
then
that only been around
totally
since
real.
95.
what?
Those are totally real.
Yes, they
No
are.
way.
Yeah,
That
they
only
hang
goes
out-
back to 95.
Yeah, 95.
Really?
They hang out with Bigfoot. Starbucks introduced the Frappuccino. So if you guys are Frappuccino drinkers, you've been doing it for almost 30 years. And then JavaScript was created by Netscape. Do you guys remember Netscape?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a programmer. It was first released under the name LiveScript, which included the Netscape Navigator. Who used Netscape Navigator? And in September of 1995, it was officially renamed JavaScript
Of course they
on
don't.
December 4th.
Nothing. They want to ship it as a separate order later in the week.
All right. Anyways, who codes here? Does anybody code? Did anybody use JavaScript?
I've used it before. Yeah.
I'm not a developer, but I work with them.
I remember using it for websites, and
Yeah.
never again, never ever ever again will I ever have to do that.
Yeah. I don't need to use it ever again either.
No one does.
I don't remember.
What,
that.
the internet or JavaScript?
Oh, any kind of coding, it's all it could all be done WYSIWYG now.
Well, the thing is, if you watch the show Silo, I think you see the importance of understanding how like coding and all that kind of stuff was originally done, because society gets to a point where what was that show where they're so far in the future and nobody could do anything for themselves and they just floated around on their little chairs? That movie.
Oh, that was Wally,
and then
That
they
was
had
Wall-E,
to
yeah.
figure out there was a way to actually do stuff for yourself.
and they all had big gulps in there.
Yeah.
Big Slurpee cup.
Remember, there was like a book. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to sort of learn some basics behind how stuff is done. Otherwise, we really are going to be in a
And Idiocracy.
Skynet World.
Idiocracy. Yeah.
Yeah, Idiocracy was a great one for how much everyone turned into idiots in the future.
Automation.
Eva.
All right, so here are some movies that came out in 1995. Let me guess the one that John did not see in the theater, Clueless.
Actually, I think I saw every single one of these.
In the theaters?
Yep.
Did you work at a theater?
No, this was still in the time when we would just go to the theater and sit there all day on a Saturday. Watch like 4 movies in a row.
I'm gonna
How
say
many
Heat.
movies are they going to make about this, like, going to the moon thing that never happened?
I know, right?
Well, they didn't actually make it to the moon, did they? Apollo 13.
I think
Yeah,
Heat
they made it to the
is my
moon.
favorite
They
here,
all just
and
almost didn't make it home.
then
Oh, that's what it
Usual
was.
Suspects. That's the one with Mr. Pink, right?
Oh, which one?
Usual
No, that's
Suspects.
No, that's the
Oh.
one where Spacey's sitting in the police station and he makes up a whole story based on the stuff on the
Oh
bulletin
yeah,
board.
yeah.
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, Kaiser
Great
Soze.
movie.
And then the Bruce Willis movie here, which is Die Hard with a Vengeance, is where they have to like put 3 gallons of water in a
Yep.
jug when they only have
And
a
they have
5-gallon jug and
They
a
have to
2-gallon
run
jug.
around. Yeah, they have to run around town.
All right.
Yeah, right.
That was your only remembered.
See, I was right. They didn't land on the moon. They flew around it, right?
And the thing about Heat was, do you remember this North Hollywood shootout thing? Do you guys ever remember seeing that on the news? It was a real life bank robbery. Bank of America, the 2 guys with the machine guns went into the Bank of America to rob it or something like that. And
Is that
some
like Wednesday?
got the whole thing on camera. He was at the Vons across the street. The police were like totally outgunned because they only had their shotguns and stuff like that. And they were going to like the local gun store to get the automatic weapons so they could fight the guy. That was kind of how LAPD, I think, decided they needed like more advanced weaponry, was because those guys full bulletproof tactical gear just went in and they were just huge shootout. I don't know. You guys never
about that.
Heat
And
was
that-
great though. Like that's probably my favorite movie by all 3 of those actors.
Yeah, that scene in Heat, like just total drawback to that North Hollywood shootout thing.
And I think he did make a sequel to it like last year or something, and it was very, very, very bad.
I don't know.
Like hotter,
No, like a sequel exists.
like
And it-
more heat.
Did you
Like
just
he-
spoil the movie, Brian?
It's called, if it was a prequel, John, it would have been Preheat.
Yeah, it would have been pre-heat. Yeah.
I don't recommend Heat 2.
All right. Anyways, and then just because John decided like a week ago to tell us we should be looking at action figures and stuff when we do the history lesson, even though we've been doing it since the 80s, 1995 was a big year for Star Wars because that was the year that Power of the Force was released.
Cue the music. Du, 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 du.
I'm
Oh,
glad you
good
guys are out
copyright.
and like tone deaf because that would be a copyright strike.
I know, right?
I don't know if you remember, but they actually made TV commercials for these toys in
Oh yeah.
95 and Shadows of the Empire and whatnot. Like
And Vern put
I don't
pictures-
remember them, but they exist.
Look, they had all the greats. They in their first 10 figures, they hit all the great action figures. They got
And then
Yoda, they got Hammerhead. They were
well,
like,
they threw in
let's do this.
Hammerhead, so I don't know how great this line was.
Well, he was bestseller ever.
Yeah, Yoda was the top seller.
Remember,
I think
both
Yak Face was the
half circle variant.
I
Yak Face was
had
the most wanted, right?
I had all of these on the cards in a box, and I carried them around for years and years and years. And probably right before like COVID, a couple of years before COVID, I was like, I was wanting to get rid of them. So I had them on eBay. I had all of them, and I was asking $30, and not one person would give me $30.
And you still
Yeah.
have them.
No, I lowered the price. I kept lowering the price. I think I had it down to like $13, and somebody
Wow.
offered me like 10, and I was like, I'm gonna lose money here because there's no way I could ship them. I think they all went away in a yard sale or something like that for less than that. And then probably a few years later, I realized when prices started going up, if I would have held on to them, right? somebody would have given me a little bit more.
I was selling these at my yard sale. Not these specific ones, but like the green cards and all that.
Yeah.
For like $5 at a yard
Green.
sale.
See, I would give you the $30 today for all these.
I remember, like, I was one of those suckers as a Star Wars aholic when all these
Yeah, see,
came out.
JT,
Like, I bought
JT's
them.
the same way. I'll give you $30.
I bought them all, and
I don't
bought
have them anymore.
and I bought multiples of them all, including
Yeah.
like 20, 30 stormtroopers. Like I did 8
That's your
royal
retirement.
cards.
That's what.
And
Oh, I
then
had
when
the Stormtrooper too, which isn't pictured here, but
when
yeah.
I sold them all, probably like 20 years ago, I got okay money. Like it was before the decline.
Who's revving their microphone?
Not me.
I hear keystrokes.
Must be John's dad.
Well, you hear keystrokes because I just chatted with you guys, asked if anybody else heard the same thing.
My mic, I think, over here.
It sounds like somebody's got the stream or something else. in
And
the
I can
back.
hear like a TV in the background or something.
Yeah, there's nothing going on here. I don't know what.
I don't hear anything.
I think it's Eric. Eric's stomach. He's growling.
My stomach.
Is it lunchtime, Eric?
No.
Stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Whatever it was, it's gone.
Well, I muted John,
Oh, well, that would explain why.
so John's muted.
No, wait a second. So you're saying John's muted?
Now he's unmuted.
How about me? Am I muted?
I can hear Dean's ducks.
It's fine.
No.
It did sound like a little windstorm around a microphone, kind of like
Yeah.
Quick question for Dino. What time is it there?
3:39.
Okay, so when you leave like in 10 minutes to go get your ducks, is it
No,
actually dark there?
It's usually around 4:20 is when I have
Wow.
to tap out.
Yeah, I wonder why it just happens to be that time. I do have the Dash Rendar and the Luke in Disguise. That's why I want that Black Series Luke. It's because I still have those are the two that I kept.
See,
Yeah,
I have all these in the original shipper case.
Most of these are sitting in my Millennium Falcon right behind me.
I got these awesome customs from General Lax Sivrak of the power of the Force. And yeah, there's Boss Hogg's cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Does
I have
anyone
Oh, cool.
does anyone have the history on why they chose to go with the like buff aesthetic?
I do,
because
I
all
thought it
the
was cool.
Batman and other figures were currently that style.
because Buff is cool.
Masters of the Universe was still going strong on
I
the
think
Buff.
that's-
Not at this time.
No,
I mean,
no.
I-
See the
Or not
look at-
94.
look
but
at the Batman, like Batman and Robin figures and the Batman figures from that era.
Yeah,
these
because the
mid-90s,
legs are all wanky
they-
with like
Yeah,
kind
they
of
all
bent
have
knee.
this.
It's
it was the
a
last
style.
days of Kenner and Hasbro had taken over, like, but they still had some Kenner employees, but they went in this direction. They're still 5 POA, but they're buff.
Yeah, Eric, if you remember the Star Trek Playmates figures and the way they look, right? They have this similar styling where they're kind of wide or whatever. And then like when Galoob did those Playmates, or when Galoob did the Star Trek figures, they were like 5 POA, straight up and down, kind of similar to those old Star Wars ones. Nobody wanted those. And then the ones that were successful were the ones that were kind of like this style that Playmates did.
Yeah,
You know,
there's only a select few that were super buff. Like most were pretty decent sculpts, including like Yoda and Hammerhead and the droids. But
Yeah.
these first 4 or 5 that we see here with Vader, Leia, Han, and Luke, they were buff.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, they
you know,
were just
Grand Moff
more
Tarkin
fitness.
wasn't buff, and Slave Leia wasn't buff. So they went not buff, but for whatever reason, those ones we see on the screen were the buff ones.
As a kid, I mean, this was my first entry into Star Wars toys, and even then, I didn't understand it. I'm like, these look weird, but yeah.
Because when they released these, fans like me and others were not happy because it was taking the value out of the vintage, so they went to buffer style.
Those
There
did
was
not
no value
sell
to
well,
the vintage when those came
There's
out.
no way those fake
Yeah,
retros
those
were
had
gonna
no
like look
effect on
anywhere
us or
near like
anyone
the
in the club.
originals. And
It did. People were complaining that they didn't want these. That's why this is the only 4-pack
Who?
ever made
What
in this
people?
style.
The guys
Everybody.
everybody in our Star Wars clubs were ecstatic about those. We were buying those like crazy because we loved that.
yeah, because we needed those
stuff.
double telescoping lightsabers for our
Yeah.
vintage figures.
They weren't big sellers. Like they were popular for people like me, John, and Dino,
Yeah.
people that did grab them, but they weren't big sellers. Like I remember they were at
No, they
Toys
weren't
R Us
big to
here,
outside the community.
and I
yeah.
remember getting them for $5, like 4 or 5 of them
Yeah.
for $5 before, they disposed of them.
That's the true answer, Eric. If you don't listen to those guys, that's the true answer.
Eric, I had 2 of those sets.
They just wanted to differentiate from the.
Eric, I had 2 of those
Originals.
sets. I opened them so that I can take the weapons and stick them with like my vintage.
Is that a
ones.
double telescoping?
No, it's just they just look like it. And then
It's
I
regular,
got rid of the actual figures because I didn't want them to get mixed up with my vintage ones. And then I kept the other set in a box for a long time and realized, oh, I think I opened it when I did an actual comparison between when the retro line came out. I pulled the retro ones, that one, and my vintage ones, and I have a video where I did comparisons of the 3.
Yeah, and what's crazy is they actually made new steel molds for those in the 90s, and then again made new steel molds in the 2000s when they came out with like the actual retro collection. I just brought this up because this is the coolest retro set they've made so far, in my opinion. And I did buy 2 of them, so one to open, of course, and then one
Yeah,
to
me
keep
too.
box.
Yeah.
But
no, I
because
agree.
times are tough, I'm selling my carded figures, and I did sell this, and I'm not going to disclose what I sold it for, but I sold it for stupid money.
What, your
Oh,
original?
This
No, this
the
box set
retro
sells
set
for a
that I
lot
think
now.
I paid
Oh.
What, you can't get it anymore?
$90
So-
Canadian for.
But
for
people
this
want
set.
the yak face. They
Rick
want
scalped
the
his Star Wars retro figures.
Well, I didn't scalp it because they're not available for the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's
so
what scalping's all about. When you buy
No,
something,
scalping
take
is
it off
if
the shelf so
still
nobody else can
available.
get it, and then you resell it for stupid money.
I
All
did.
right, anyways,
Sadly, I did.
TV and movie
Sounds like a
news you didn't
conversation
know you
two
needed.
people had not that long ago.
Secrecy shrouded. Tom Cruise film takes the slot of the delayed Batman 2. Batman 2 is delayed till 2027, which leaves an open slot for an unnamed movie by Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Crazy. So it's been delayed twice, 2 years
Yeah.
in a row.
Another
So
Top
I
Gun.
think they'll add another season of Penguin or something in between, just because they
Probably.
can.
Probably. I think they're making another Joker movie.
oh,
That's going to be
gross.
in October next year.
Different universe. So
Yeah.
It's going to be in the Wicked.
this
Wizard
kind of
of Oz.
sucks, though. I was looking forward to this for several years now because it was decent. It's the current and only Batman we kind of have to watch. So I think this is a little bit of James Gunn's doing. So I don't know if James Gunn is going to introduce, probably not this Batman, but if he's going to introduce a Batman before this comes out, even like
It may be nothing like that. I mean, it could be just
Doesn't have
schedules
anything
for
to do with
could,
Gunn.
it could be like schedules for the actors or Matt Reeves.
when
right?
you get paid $20 million or whatever they get paid, $10 million, you go make the movie when they tell you to go make the movie. Like you stop making that low budget, lovey-dovey, made in France film, and you go make the big, huge money.
It depends on the agreements.
Warner Brothers.
We don't know what's in the contracts.
I don't think so. Like
I mean-
Ray's been in a movie this year, the actress, like that swimming movie, which is might get her some awards and nominations. But if they told her, hey, we're gonna make this new Star Wars movie, she'd have to stop what she's doing and go make, because she's under contract. Like you have to kind of go where your paycheck tells you to go, right? But when you're a big star, I guess you can negotiate. Two people want me.
Well,
so-
okay, I guess when you're a big star, but I would say, are any of those newer Star Wars actors really big stars now? I mean, like,
it
After
changes
the
all
Force
their
Awakens,
lives.
I would have said yes, but then after the following movies, even though I liked the last one, and the second one, parts of it, I would say that maybe their flames have like not.
Oscar
taken-
Isaac still is.
Yeah, well, he's actually done other stuff though, right? Like,
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, this is the opportunity for Eric to have a conversation about this best Star Wars episode this week.
It was good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
so-
I think I can't remember the name of the planet. I only watched the episode once. But I thought it was kind of yeah. They made a big deal about like Skull Ridge Mountain, and then like it was like some luxury resort and whatnot, and also known as whatever boring planet name.
Right.
So that was cool.
I was talking
Yeah.
to my brother on Wednesday, and I was asking a question about the planets. Like, oh, I wonder what their secret designs were for, or whatever they were supposed to be doing, and stuff like that. And then, well, didn't you watch yesterday's episode? No, he forgot there was an episode on Tuesday.
Best episode so
Yeah.
far, I think, and I think it's because it's
One of
Yeah,
getting,
this week for sure.
it's answering stuff that we've been wanting to know for a couple weeks, and it's getting a little funnier, sillier in that kind of way, and I like that. Like the Smee character, the droid,
Yeah.
he's turning out to be my favorite character in the show because of his silly pirate voice and his silly one-liners. Like Eric said, like he's like, oh, it's called Skull Mountain and the Devil's Armpit, and oh, it's also called Laputa. Like, or what? It's just
Yeah.
he's just silly, man. And
Yeah.
we got him all tied up with all these ropes, like real pirate ropes. And they're like, okay, you can drive the ship now. And he's like, okay, and the ropes just fall off like they were tied by 3 children.
I mean, like they even thought ropes were going to hold a droid down.
But it's the first time I've seen rope in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So there's like things like that, right?
Well, they what was it? They also had what's her name, Kelly MacDonald, who was in Boardwalk Empire, and she was the voice of Merida.
Yeah,
in Brave.
I had to look her up.
She's in
afterwards.
tons of stuff. Yeah, her character must be like, she looked like she was the same species as Ventress with the like white pale skin.
Yeah, no,
Right.
white eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
that was
good.
cool.
The accent I thought was great too, because I think she's Irish or Scottish, but
Scottish. Yeah.
she sounded a good badass bounty hunter, and I bet you we see her again next week doing some stuff.
I just
Yeah.
gotta say one thing, Matt, Zero Toy Hunter, you're not missing anything if you haven't watched it.
Ooh,
The
shots
best Star
fired.
Wars show of the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I like it.
Oh,
I think it would
wait,
be a great
somebody's
show if it
internet-
was like,
Everybody's internet okay?
Yeah,
yeah,
Dino's being a curmudgeon. Dino's being a curmudgeon.
it's just way too.
Wah, wah,
kiddish.
wah. You're like a skit on
I
Saturday
mean, I
Night
tell you,
Live.
honestly, I think the Acolyte was better than this.
He says he likes things like Goonies and E.T. and all this crap, and then they come out with a show and he doesn't
I
like
think
it.
Eric has to agree with me. Eric is agreeing with me on
No.
that one.
No. They're like
Yeah.
there are interesting parts of the Acolyte, but as a whole, I think that was the like worst executed like story so far. There were awesome parts of the Acolyte. I really like what it sets up, but like it could have been better overall.
If it had just 4 more episodes, the Acolyte had 4 more episodes, they probably could have made it something great. Like
the
even
Skeleton
in
Crew's fun. It's
just
like
an hour of content or whatever, they would have broke it down to 30-minute episodes. It could have just added so much,
But
right?
for somebody like me that hasn't really got into the cartoons, so I feel this is like too cartoony.
I actually think this is better than every Filoni
why?
cartoon that's been made,
You know why it's better than a cartoon?
and I like those. They're
Because it's
pretty
not
good.
a
live action.
cartoon.
Because what?
Because it's not a cartoon.
But it could
Oh,
be.
you-
You know what I mean? Like it's.
you know, one thing that I can't remember who pointed it out online first, but it's pretty well documented now. The one the main pirate who was the original captain, right, whose lair they were visiting in that episode, it was called Tack Rened, and I didn't pick up on it. It was a nod to Richard Donner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
Rened is Donner
Treasure.
backwards. Yeah.
See, I tell you, when the
was
kids
cool.
came down to the planet, they were in disguise. I honestly thought all four of them were going to be on each other's shoulders. and try
I
to
was
be a
thinking
small
that
person.
too. I
That's
thought
how
that too.
corny and childish this
fun.
show is.
It's
You know
made
what I
for
mean?
kids.
It
It's
was
fun.
It's right, but that's. I mean, I enjoy the show if I was an 8-year-old, but I am a 55-year-old man watching it, and I'm
Fair
like,
enough.
it's too corny for me. It's just a little.
Yeah.
I think we'll change our tune a little bit when
You know what?
one of the
Maybe if
kids
you were a little
dies.
bit older,
When
you
one
would
of those
enjoy it.
kids dies, I don't think it'll be made for children anymore.
Yeah, but no kid's gonna die.
I think someone will.
No,
No.
we'll put money on it.
No,
We can put money on
I'll
it.
take that bet, Rick.
No, that's crazy money. Oh, you guys don't know what I know, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Don't bet
You
me.
don't even know
when
what
I
you
talk
know.
like that.
You
I
don't
know-
even know what you know. You only know what you make up.
I know stuff and things.
But
I did like the episode.
step away from the elders or whatever. One security guard was saying. It was fun.
And they're like, "No, we're kids," and he's like, "Oh, arrest them anyway."
Yeah.
Yeah, they were funny rent-a-cop kind of guys.
When they were running around, I was expecting to hear the Benny Hill music playing.
You can
makes
make
it-
that
it's
short,
interesting.
you know?
To me, that what's his name? Jod, right? That's his actual name in the show. When he grabs the lightsaber at the end, he seems familiar with it. So, I mean, you've seen like other like force sensitive people or whatever, but he must have trained at one point.
Well, and he alluded to it too, right? He was.
Yeah, but I mean, half the stuff
well,
he
no.
doesn't lie.
No, I mean he was alluding to
That's it. He's a Sith.
having been trained because he was talking about attachments and whatnot to win.
Oh, that's
right?
true. I didn't catch
Yeah,
that.
same as Qui-Gon would say, but yeah, I think he's definitely either Obi-Wan's brother or a Sith or both.
Who do you think the
Or
pirate?
he could be a
the-
Jedi or not a Jedi.
Who do you think
Be a
the
relative
original
or not.
the original,
pirate is?
Tack Renid, because the hologram blurred his face intentionally.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a Lax Sivrak character.
He's
Because-
somebody on the planet.
I took like 20 screenshots of that hologram just every like half a second to see if there was like a nose or an ear or something. And what I got out of it is that it's hairy. It has, you can see hair and like what maybe are paws, and so it's definitely not a hammerhead. It's definitely not a blue elephant man. I think
I
it's,
think
a
it's going to be
hairy
somebody
creature.
that we know on the planet. If they haven't shown us the person yet, there's a reason it was blurry. They don't want us to see the face because
Right.
it's either one of the parents that we already met, or in the next episode, like the parents are going to go to the guy in charge, and the person in charge is going
Or
to end up
girl.
being that pirate. You know what I mean?
I saw a rumor that not a rumor, like a theory that it could be SM-33.
I saw someone say that
SM-33 could
too,
have
and I'm
like an alter ego as the pirate, and
but he
as the
doesn't have
pirate
hairy
captain.
arms.
Yeah,
So
well, I didn't see the hairy arms in the hologram, but
my
be
one theory
interesting.
that I think I'm most accurate on is who the chancellor is, or the supreme leader, or whatever. I keep forgetting that word. It's such a basic English word. But whoever the leader is of Ad-Atten, I totally think it's Wim's mom.
could
And
be.
and I'm sticking with that. I just think, again, they've introduced us to all these characters, and they brought up several times that his mom is dead. And then when they go to maybe talk about it, let's change the subject, or like Jod did in this commercial, in this episode, he saw Wim kind of crying, playing with his Nintendo, and he went over and he's like, "What's wrong? Oh, you'll see your parents again." He's like, "Not my mom."
And there was
Kinda
he was
shrugged his
also
shoulders.
and Jod was also identified as another persona, so this kind of makes it back up what I was saying earlier, that I don't think he was Crimson Jack. He's just saying, like, he's just calling himself whatever to get whatever he needs,
taking
at the
whatever
time,
names he.
so.
And when those
Yeah.
security guards were chasing him, they're like, "Stop, Captain Silvo, aka Dak Ferrick," and then they named another one that hasn't been named yet.
Well, it was the professor. Like, remember when he checked in, he's like bribing the clerk.
Yeah.
And is like, "Oh, I'm that person," and it was like some professor, but that professor
He read it off the screen.
Yeah, right. He read it off the screen, but that
Might as well
professor
have
was
been, the Sausage King of Chicago.
I think they were a mun, like
Yeah,
the-
a Mun. Yeah, it was from Scipio,
from-
the planet,
from the
the
planet,
planet Scipio. So when that security guard was like, "Stop, Professor something of Scipio," it was like, "Oh, I've been made because I'm
and there's
not
for
a
sure a
Mun
good
like
reason why
Plagueis."
Favreau included those mun characters, like in the hot tubs and the mud tubs or whatever, with all the hammerheads wearing towels, and they were wearing towels on their heads. They don't have hair, but they're wearing towels on their heads, laying in the saunas.
They don't
And
want
we
to get
also
sunburned.
we got
Well, if
introduced
you went to
that
a sauna, I
character.
guarantee you'd put a towel on top of your
Yeah,
head
you don't want to get sunburned.
because you'd have so much
No,
sweat
but
coming
it's
off
not
the top of your
snowing
head, it
down.
would be rolling down into your face.
But Favreau allowed that to be, or inserted those into the series.
Burn
because
those.
The series was
That's why
made a
he
couple
wears it,
years
yeah.
ago, right?
That's
The
why,
same-
yeah.
it was made the exact same
With
time
a
as the
towel
Acolyte,
underneath it.
where they introduced us to, Plagueis, who's also a mun. So when they made Acolyte and they made this show basically the same time, they included this mun species. So I think they're going to play a major part in Favreau's movie.
All right.
Just-
We'll see.
We'll-
Well, we
will
got
see
3
about that.
episodes left, right?
Yeah.
I think the
Regardless-
next one is Bryce Dallas Howard's.
It is. So it should be the Hail King Hammerhead episode, I think.
All right.
too.
So regardless of all that, I think Dino was wrong. It's a good show, and it was very enjoyable.
I think 90% of the people in the chat agree with me.
Yeah, they're only saying they spent $650 million on Andor,
And how awesome is that?
which has nothing to do with the
Jesus.
Skeleton Crew. But anyways,
Everyone
these
said it.
are the toys revealed that you did not know you needed.
No, they're vegan.
All right, so coming soon to go inside of Dean's popcorn bucket. Right to
Yeah, not for
Ooh,
120
look at that.
bucks.
look at the face on that. You got to get
Yeah.
that. Dean. Come on.
There's
That's the guy that
new
played
reaction.
Pennywise, the actor. I didn't know that.
You're gonna get that, right?
What, the movie from the 1940s was the same as the Pennywise actor?
No, the new
Oh, the new
Pennywise.
one.
The new
Yeah, the new
Pennywise.
one's got
Scarlet
lots
Star.
of famous
Same
people in it.
All right, Dean's gonna get that to go inside
No.
his popcorn bucket.
No, he looks good though.
All right.
Looks
You
kind of
know-
like Rick. If you
You know
look
what's crazy
closely.
about this movie too? There are no licenses or royalties for this character.
That's why Mezco is making a toy.
No, but even for the movie company, like it's just Universal or whoever's in charge of the production. They don't
don't
got to
think
pay
any of
any
the
money to
monsters
Warner
have,
Brothers
like,
or
I think
Dean
all of the
Comics.
monsters are open source, basically.
not Universal monsters.
Well, you can't call them Universal monsters.
No, that's because they're trademarked.
All right. Anyways, Rebel Tech's coming out with some figures. I don't even know who this is
Is
actually.
that Ninja Gaiden 3?
Why you
Wow.
bring up stuff that
Gaiden.
no one knows what it is?
Wow.
She got speakers in her armpits. It looks like.
No, that's just
Surround
like
sound.
a type of fabric or whatever.
Yeah, they're speakers. She's
I have
got
no idea.
surround sound.
This is a drawing of an action figure because that hair I can see like the Photoshop paintbrush.
Oh
pen
no,
mark.
that's the actual picture of the toy.
It's an actual picture.
This was a reveal. It was just revealed. All right, so
cool. I like
Teen
the
Wolf?
X man.
Those are
Yeah,
cool
it's
effects.
Nice.
You can customize it to Teen Wolf, I guess.
This is going to be short because it looks like all the toy companies took the holidays off as well.
They did.
Even
McFarlane
McFarlane decided not to like crank out.
He must have left
17
the country or
figures.
something.
Kick, chick, arrow, kick.
But that last time we were on, we revealed that King Kong and Batman set, that 3-figure pack.
It's already
It's
out.
People are already reviewing it, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched a
All right,
review on it.
and then
4 POA figure. Like,
SH Figure Arts.
hey, Brett,
Brett, what's up? All right.
What's up?
pass.
Oh, so we were talking about last week. Those Spider-Man sets went on sale. I missed it completely. My brother, who was in here, 56 Awesome something, he texted me in the morning. He goes, "Did you get them?" And I'm like, "Oh, hold on." And I went on there.
Amigos?
Yeah, and I got him in
I
the
had them in
cart,
my cart.
trying to check out, sold out, couldn't get them.
I put them in my cart, and I was debating whether I was going to get them. Then a few hours later, they were gone.
No, minutes later, dude, they were available to put in your cart until probably like 9, but you could not check out after around 8:10.
Really?
Yeah,
The Disney's website is a mess.
All right, Hot Toys is going to come out with a Blade
Wesley, yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine version.
And I saw a little clip
Gary,
from Marvel
Gary from Gary's
cartoons.
Trails, are you getting this?
The
What?
new What If cartoons. I haven't watched any of them, but a commercial I saw for today, they mentioned bringing back Blade. He mentioned bringing back a couple of characters. So I wonder if that What If is a way they can bring Wesley Snipes back to the MCU and
I haven't watched
stuff like
it.
that.
The
Gary
first
says yes.
episode was good. The second one was terrible.
I haven't watched any of them yet. I'm going to wait for all of them to be available, which they probably all are, because it was
There's
one a
8
day,
of 'em.
right?
Yeah, I've been Squid Gaming it.
Is it
I
one a
watched
day?
the first
Okay.
episode.
it was
and fell
one a
asleep
day
on the second
since
episode
Sunday.
of Squid Games.
Clone Commander Wolf.
Yeah, lots of Hot Toys this month.
Now, let me ask you about the pronunciation of this, Eric. Anybody who's
Wolfie.
Star Wars, is that
Wolf.
Commander Wolfie or
Wolf.
Clone Commander Wolf?
Wolf.
There's only one.
Just
E.
Wolf.
But why is
Wolfie.
the E silent at this point, and why is the O long?
Wolf. I don't know. I don't overthink it.
Yeah, you're
It's a
overthinking it.
Filoni thing.
It is.
It's
That-
just so he could trademark it, literally, just so they could trademark it.
All right.
Yeah, because probably can't.
Because you can't trademark the word.
Oh,
wolf.
darn it. I messed this slide up.
Wolfie?
didn't I?
Oh, you've ruined it.
Amateur.
No.
Well, I was tired last night.
I don't
Alright.
like the fig arts at all.
I think it looks pretty good, actually.
Oh, it's French, he says.
Like, I don't mean this in any bad way. I just think they all look like Asian people. Like,
I like
even the
the.
robots. They just look that way.
You got to stop with that.
Yeah, I know.
They do. They
Sounds
really.
like
They don't.
Being like,
They don't look like the actors in any shape.
Well,
or
when
form.
you say I don't like them because they make them look like Asian people, doesn't sound good.
yeah,
Yeah, you want. That's
All
why.
right.
it makes
That's why I
it
said
sound
a
like you hate
disclaimer
all.
beforehand, Vern.
Yeah, and are those people getting killed in that show?
Which show?
I don't know why. Oh, and here again, I messed up this slide.
Is this from?
Doc Savage. or
Lack will
whatever.
get this guy for sure.
I was thinking it's that. What was the one with the little kid and his pug dog Haji?
Oh,
Oh,
Kitty.
yeah,
Talking
yeah,
about, Johnny Quest.
Yeah,
Yeah, Johnny
Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest.
Doc
It
Savage.
does, right?
Johnny Quest was a little kid though.
Those
Yeah,
are
but
sweet
this
pants.
is
There
when
was
he
an
gets
adult
older.
with him, right?
Older Johnny. Yeah, I guess. Why is there moments of silence?
We're waiting for Vern to tell us who it is.
It's Doc Savage.
And who's Doc Savage?
Anyone on the panel own a Mezco figure?
Nope.
Um,
Too expensive.
Negative.
Oh,
They're $100.
I think I
right?
might.
The Man of Bronze Doc Savage deluxe figure.
I love the soft goods and everything. That's just.
I think I own a Popeye. Might be put out by Mezco.
Is that Mezco or is that the
You just got a
boss fight?
box.
Mezco.
Do you want to see what the post dropped off?
so let's like
Uh-oh.
there's more than one person in the chat that appreciates the Doc Savage, but nobody wants to pay the Mezco.
That's-
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy it.
It's a strong widow's
Gary
peak.
says he's getting it. Gary says it's a must.
Oh, Gary, he says, "Oh, okay. Oh, well."
Oh,
Was
That's
Doc
because
Savage
Gary
ever,
can afford all
uh,
those like $5,000 action figures.
Was he ever a DC comic, kind of like Sergeant Rock, or is Doc Savage from like before comics?
I think he was in DC. Was it DC that made those Doc
Because I
Savage
wonder if
comics?
maybe McFarlane could eventually make a character like this, right? If he made
It's a
Sergeant
pulp
Rock,
magazine character
I
who
think it
was
was-
first appeared in American pulp magazines during the 1930s and 40s.
so
Who
maybe
was Clark Savage Jr. And let's see. Then he
Yeah, there
went
was Doc
to
Savage
Street
DC.
Smith,
Yeah.
printed
Yeah,
by
I think
Street
DC bought-
Smith in the
bought that
30s.
cool comic back in the day. I remember it was a little more adult themed, like Sergeant Rock was.
And then these guys apparently are available to order on Big Bad Toy Store. And I only pulled this up because if you ever saw any of my very first stop motion videos, this guy in the back with the ski mask or the baklava or whatever you call him, with the
Baklava's the
Baklava.
dessert.
baklava
Balaclava.
with the olive jacket or whatever. If he had like a black trench coat, he would look just like the character in my stop motion, who was also a Soldiers of Fortune 12-inch action figure, which makes me want to get this guy and then find like a trench coat for him.
So is the guy in the front like fake pimp Destro, or is that like some
Yes.
camouflage that?
No, he see his logo on his shirt where it's got the sideways tiger. That means he's a
The
Thundercat.
cheetah.
Thundercat.
Leopard, actually.
It's like
The leopard, actually.
so glamorous and yet so kind of silly.
These
I
are
want to know if this guy is this guy in the blue suit. Was he a wrestler? Was that
Oh no, I can't see him.
McMahon or whatever?
He's the Secret Service.
He looks quite generic. Yeah, I don't own any of these by this company yet. This is the same company made
right?
your red see-through vampire, right, Vern?
Yes, I think so.
So
Jonathan, I think these are the 6-inch, aren't they, Vern?
Yeah, these are 6
Yeah.
inch.
So the ones that have a jacket on, is that jacket over the chest bend, like the crunch?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? The weight, the crunch.
It is a rendering we're looking at, so they could add articulation.
Oh, they're not. This is
Hold
the
on.
final product.
Which one are you talking about, John?
Well, there's a guy with a blue suit coat and a guy with a black suit coat. The suit coats don't have a crunch in the chest. You know what I mean?
Oh,
In the
probably under the
stomach.
jacket.
Is it under the jacket? Yeah. that's
Yeah,
what I'm
because you know
wondering.
the red dude that you picked up at the Joe Fest, he has that full jacket
Overlay.
piece with the thing, but it's over a crunch. The problem was it popped apart at the crunch.
Yeah.
And the jacket is what helped them stay in place.
Huh.
Right. So I think that these jackets are built over that little ab crunch.
Yeah,
piece.
just like you see the straps that have the other guys have seem to be over the crunch as well. Yeah, like they're separate.
Yeah, made of the softer.
They're
PVC.
separate pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's cool,
Uh,
generic.
Connor
Like
saying
you can
he's
see which
definitely
parts
getting
they're
the guy in
reusing and repainting, but yeah, because of Vern's video and that toy break-in, I don't know about these figures. I've seen
Well, it
some
didn't
Monster Force
break.
reviews,
It just came apart.
and
Well,
some of the
it won't-
Monster
it won't
Force
stay
reviews
together.
are good.
Is the problem. So the
And the thing is,
tension,
they're using those exact same molds to make these figures. Like
the
it's
jacket, but it could be the plastic that they use for that clear figure, right? Like I got to give them that.
Mhm.
They went ahead and they refunded me and they sent me a new one. But the thing is, it's like because this plastic is a little bit harder and the little ball piece is not like a soft rubber like you would expect, it doesn't like squish and then pop in there and stay in. It
Yeah,
just
look
at
kind of
adjust their translucent plastic recipe.
It just sets in there. Yeah.
I mean, it sits tightly if you push it hard enough, but then the thing is, if you do any kind of turning, it just pops right back out again.
Hmm.
Anyways, there wasn't a whole lot to show off this week. I think that was it for that.
Kind of slow.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a
Nothing.
slow
Come on,
Mate.
Farlane.
But I thought what I would do is this and just say, since it's the last show of the year, does anybody have any New Year's resolutions?
Collect
Collecting
them
wise,
all and let them breathe.
Yeah, I guess, or anything. Like
Collecting
Like-
glass.
one of my resolutions is to finish setting up all of my figures that I've been
Yeah.
putting off for months.
Yeah.
I've given myself a hard and fast deadline, which is my birthday. And I'm gonna have
That's
this
a good- That's actually a good resolution, is to get this condo in check for everything has to be on display. Yeah.
The second one is I have a bunch of stuff in my garage. It's taking up space, and I plan to get rid of it all.
Garage sale.
Ooh.
Vern.
Yeah.
Right.
So anything that's not here is leaving.
Is any of it
Wow.
90s, 80s,
Wow,
or
that's
90s?
a big.
I have some. I have that. You know the GI Joe helicopter, the one with the two blades. That's like a brown camo.
The tomahawk. Yeah.
It needs work though. It needs like some parts and stuff like that. It's not complete. It's a good project piece.
I'm just saying, anything in the 80s and 90s, you can hit me up. I'll see if I need it or want it.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah. We have a bunch of
It's
steel
like
figures.
I just bought that entire set of steel figures and in a whole.
I got stuff in there. I got a so I have this Big Jim, the little travel van in my garage.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool
Big
thing
Jim.
too.
Now, big.
Yeah.
That's, I watched your video, John. That's steel. Was that like the first ever like CW show? Because that's not that old. Is it? It's from like 2001 or 2000.
No, it's 1997.
97. Because I remember it, but I'm trying to think what channel was that on? Was that
It was
the-
in,
No, it was
the
a
movie
movie.
theaters. Yeah, it was,
It was
a
a
movie
movie.
Oh, it
theater
wasn't a
movie.
TV
Yeah.
show.
No, it was a movie
Oh, okay,
with
okay.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I saw
Shaq.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
It went right to it went right to Cinemax.
And I actually found it online and watched it the other night.
Did you
last
really?
night.
How bad is it?
Oh, it was actually pretty good.
Really?
I liked it. Yeah.
I almost contacted you, Dino, yesterday because I was on YouTube and I'm like, what's live? And it's this channel that always plays like a movie or a show for like 3 days straight. And it was a B horror
You
movie.
mean Hasbro?
No, it's horror movie kind of channel. And it was
Wow.
called The Chopping Mall.
Oh,
I
I've
didn't
seen
know
that.
that.
I remember that
You know,
one.
I've never heard of it. It was
Yeah.
these robots
So
that
bad.
kind of got like struck
Yeah.
by lightning and they went and killed everyone in the mall.
Yeah, short circuit.
After hours. This is like in the 80s. But yeah, this group of kids that worked in the different stores in the mall, they're like, yeah, you going to the party? And they had a party in one of the kids' dad's furniture stores.
Yeah.
Like in the mall,
That's what
and
all
they're
the 80s
full on,
movies
like,
were. They took place in
having-
the mall.
making
Night of the
whoopee
Common.
and there's
Remember that movie?
nudity and it's
Yeah.
just so bad. But I'm like, who has a party in their dad's furniture store in the mall? You know, because they're drinking and smoking and like it's like just couches and furniture
It's
and they're like
Because it was
sleeping
the
with their
80s.
girlfriends. It's just
I
so
just-
bad.
So tie this into the topic.
Never watched B horror movies.
So that's your New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution.
No,
Never
I was
watched-
first. I said collect them all and let them breathe.
Oh, but we're not done with the.
My New Year's
And I'm
resolution
gonna get
is
my
to watch
first McFarlane
Chopping
figure.
Mall.
All right. Eric, what's your New Year's resolution?
We'll see if I can achieve it. I want to try and acquire a sail barge.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
I just sold mine.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jumpy, it's on shout.
he didn't
He's only
sell,
been
he
saying he's
traded.
wanted one for like how
Yeah.
long?
Traded.
I put it up on Instagram. I let everybody know before I sold it. I sold it for like
Oh,
You
for
did
$400.
not, you
You didn't
liar.
tell Eric.
just pan the camera. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's still.
See the shadow of it.
Yeah.
It's actually
Right.
in the other room because I got to have a window fixed. So I took it
Ah.
out of this room because I didn't want anything happening to it.
Yeah.
I would love one
Smart
too,
move.
and I almost got a ghost just for like the trade bait aspect,
Mm.
but I don't see it ever happening. Like I don't see the ghost ever being worth more than $400 US,
Yeah.
much like the Razor Crest. So
I
that's
don't know.
it's tough,
So-
man. I want one too, but $1,500 is a lot
Can
of
I,
bucks.
can I say my New Year's
I don't know where
resolution?
you're seeing them for 1,500. All I see it on
Yeah.
like eBay is like 2,000+.
I don't
Yeah.
shop on eBay.
They're like 17 at the lowest.
There's several stores in my city that have them for 1,500 Canadian. And it's still
Dan,
too
do
much.
you got a New Year's resolution?
I don't, not really. I mean, not like I have goals for the year, but I don't really have a resolution.
Don't say
Nothing
any
that
of
I'm
those.
gonna
He traded for it.
radically change the way I do things, you know?
Dandy, I saw that Blade
And
Runner
John's New Year's resolution
349
is similar to mine, which is
diecast. Go up.
finish setting up your condo.
Yeah, because like I have a plan. I've got a shelf unit in the other room that I'm going to bring into the living room, and I'm going to put it where there's a thing over there, and then that's going to go over there, and then these two things are going to go over there, and then I'm going to get another thing to go right there, and then those things that are there are going to go to the house. So and then I'm going to change where the bed is in the other room. And then I'm going to extend the wall of stuff that I could put.
So
Slap
next week,
done.
basically, you could just say, "Yeah, it's done." I
Can you
moved all the
find
things that
what
I
those
told,
things are?
didn't tell you what they were to where I said I was going to move them.
So we have to believe him.
All right,
Yeah.
Dean wants to do his resolution. I was going to just say, well, that pretty much
Oh,
wraps
so-
up the resolution.
So honestly, all joking aside, my New Year's resolution is I kind of want to have a party in my dad's furniture store in the mall, and everyone's invited.
Perfect. I'll be there.
Your dad has a furniture store in a mall?
Yeah,
I'll bring the
What
6
mall- what
pack
mall?
of 80s beers.
the shopping mall.
Oh, that's okay.
It'll be called Crossroads. Every movie uses Crossroads Mall.
Seems like it.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's read some of these.
Actually, my
No.
Jonathan said
My
his New Year's resolution was not to buy Black Series. Is that what he said? Connor
Jonathan-
says mine is to continue YouTube beef with GeForce. Gary's going to resolve to be nicer to people from Canada, even
So
though
United-
the people that pronounce McFarlane wrong.
How do Canadians pronounce
McFarlane.
the Canadian word wrong? It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's
then,
McFarlane, not McFarlane.
Not buying any Black Series figures yet. But let's see. An honorable goal resolution, Jonathan from Dan. Let's see. My resolution is to do more custom figures. I think
I
you
like
should. That's awesome.
Definitely.
to ruin more figures.
GeForce gave me a good idea. I might do a video on my sail barge. I haven't done a video.
He said
No, you
over
need
a
part
my
11.
resolution is to ruin more figures.
Only did part 7. It'll be up to, right? No, it
My
might be
part
part
to
8.
clear
I think I
always
already did
one
7 videos.
one figure at a time. Let's see. Eric's resolution should be preparing
Opening that sail barge. I mean,
football.
opening the ghost.
And in Redmond, my bed is like 4 feet off the ground and has a 3-foot clearance under it, so that I do have stuff stored under the bed.
So you're the top bunk?
No, I basically just have the top bunk. If you think about it in a bunk bed style, yeah.
Your
Rick,
feet
I mean,
over the edge this much, right?
Because I got a really high thing because of that. I was staring at my bed frame that was like 3 inches off the ground and going, if that was a high bed, if I had it up high, because I could sleep in the space that's up in the air above the bed, then I could store stuff under it. So I did that. I got
I've
a
actually
high
always
bed
wanted
frame.
one of those
He's in a bunk bed.
beds where you can
Yeah.
kind of lift up the mattress and it's just all, like maybe 12 inches of storage. 'Cause I got
Mine's
too much
literally like 2 or
crap.
3 feet of storage under
So,
the bed.
Eric, I have a
Yeah.
tip for you for your first video. If you
Yeah.
want to become monetized in one video, blow up the ghost.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
2 of them. Just blow up one of them.
I'll just
and
rip the
you will
video
become
from the
monetized immediately.
Star Wars YouTube channel. Did that? Yeah.
Yeah,
They blew up a ghost.
Yeah. I've
The
probably
bar-
heard it before.
a ghost.
Or,
or
oh, the
sailboat?
ghost. Sorry, I'm still thinking sail barge. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not blowing up a ghost.
He's just
Yeah.
upset you didn't offer him your cell barge when you sold it.
No, I knew you didn't sell it. There's no way. Not with how much effort you spent mounting that thing.
Yeah, no, I would never sell that. I'd love it.
You
Yeah.
should have did a video of you mounting it.
I think
Or
I should make
11
a
of them.
video on that on the
I
sail
don't
barge,
think we
right?
should say mounting.
You should make a 12th video.
Well, that's
I do have a-
that's some like serious work to mount that like securely. So I mean,
You
it's
did
a,
good.
yeah.
My last and final resolution will be I am not going to go to Ross in 2025.
What?
In all of 2025?
Why?
No, that's terrible. It's a bad idea.
I
I
plan on
think add
my fourth and final resolution is to break my third resolution on January 1st.
Well, you know why?
Or
Because
new.
he got banned from going into Ross because he's been sleeping in there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
kicked him
Well,
out.
There's been like
Back.
literally like nothing. It's like the weirdest thing. But yesterday I found those clear Super 7 Lino or whatever, the ones that are see-through.
Yeah,
And so I picked those up, and then I picked up the buzzer or whatever, Super 7. And then I found these like unpainted black and white the Transformers, but all of a sudden they're $7.99, not $5.99. So I
Huh.
can't bring myself to do it because that's the price they were selling the G.I. Joe classifieds. And I'm like, why would I buy a Super 7
Yeah,
figure
Oh,
why
the
are they
retro, you mean, right?
$7.99?
for the same price as a classified? So
You mean
not,
the
not
retros?
gonna-
Well,
can't
you want to know what was really weird at mine with the last stuff I bought, Vern? There was 2 or 3 Ultra Magnus that were marked at $5.99. There was one marked at $4.99 and one marked at $3.99. So
And
I
they're all
bought
the
the $3.99 one and left the $5.99 ones on the shelf.
It
The
was
same exact figure was 3 different prices at my Ross.
100. I get it. I mean, like, I'm at Ross and I'm doing this like last figure standing. I don't know if you guys have saw that, but like one of them is this Whiplash dude who is $12.99. Then when I went to Walmart, which is basically across the street, I was looking. That's where I found all the Skeleton Crew figures. They have this guy sitting on the shelf and he's $24.99.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw-
I don't know what happened. And then I started thinking to myself, like, I wonder if somebody bought it and returned it to Walmart.
Well, I saw
Bought
someone
it from them and
found
came
those-
over the street.
Yeah.
And
the
that's
newest
funny.
Secret Wars carded ones, including that Captain America you had and whatever else is in that wave at
No,
Ross or
that was
Ollie.
fake. That guy,
It was
he
fake.
faked those
It's
pictures.
fake. It's like it was
He-
MCU collector. It was fake.
No,
Yeah.
no,
and he even yeah.
he
I
actually
talked to Vern
says
about
it in the hashtags. And then the very first comment is like, "Oh, I almost believed you. Then I saw it was fake." He goes, "Oh, I'm glad you saw it was fake." He purposely took those tags off of his Raw stuff and put them on those brand new
Oh, that's
Marvel Legends
Gotcha.
Yeah.
as a joke, which I thought was kind of
Mhm.
like cheesy.
just because you told
Yeah.
me that. I am now unfollowing.
Yeah, it's
That's
exactly what I
garbage, man.
did.
Don't do that,
Honestly,
guys.
it ticked me off a little bit too. I kind of felt bamboozled.
He's the same guy that spoiled the Ghostbusters movie too for me. Like 3 days before it came out, he's like, "Here's a ghost of
Yeah,
Benton."
Dean
I'm
sent
like,
it to me. He goes, "Oh my gosh, check this out." He goes, "I got to
Yeah.
run over to Ross in another
sent it to
state.
John, I
we
think,
don't have
too.
one."
Yeah,
And
I
then-
actually went looking for them.
Then I
Yeah.
told
That's-
Dean, like,
that's
no,
crap.
that was 100% faked. And I sent him a picture of this Ross find. This was
Yeah.
but look,
Shogun Warrior. Yeah,
but look, it was at Ross.
25.
40-year-old.
And the Shogun Godzilla too, right next to the Shogun Rodan.
That's worse than the people that go and they lift up the bottom shelf and they're like, "Oh, look,
But he
here's that
didn't say,
pack.
yeah,
Here's that
he
pack
didn't
of
say in the
Pokemon
comment,
cards."
like that it was a joke. It was just one of the hashtags, and I was like, "Oh no, dude, this is wrong." And then I started reading the comments, and when people called him out on it, he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm glad you realized it was a joke." But I mean, like that's like somebody just throwing through was like, "Oh crap, I got to get over to Ross."
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I went to Ross specifically looking for them. Yeah.
I
didn't
drove
know it was a
8
fake.
hours to the United States just to go to Ross to not find those.
You
Yeah.
say Ross is like Marshalls, but it's really not. Marshalls has no cool figures like that.
Well,
Mostly clothes.
Well, Jonathan's saying if the sticker doesn't come off, let me find a figure that I got at Ross. Hold on.
Oh, could you imagine if the sticker doesn't come off?
So I'm
It
about
tears the,
100
paper.
and something subscribers away from 2,000 on the YouTubes, and I still need like 2,800 watch hours.
Yes, I think my Ross stickers have always come off pretty good.
You got to stop doing live streams on the Skeleton Crew. No one's
No, it's
watching
the only
that.
watch hours I get.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. No, I
They
like
give-
doing those.
Yeah, no, I'm
Probably depends on the packaging, whether the adhesive.
Yeah, and
Well,
how long it's sat on.
You got to
Like,
heat it up,
if you-
Vern.
There are
No.
some
Not these
figures
Ross
I
ones.
put in a box, and then a year later I can't get the Ross sticker off.
Let's all watch Vern peel this sticker. It's so
Yeah,
satisfying.
it's like
Rare.
an ASMR.
ASMR, yeah.
This is like sticker ASMR.
No, I think Jonathan was saying, what if it doesn't come off your Shogun figure?
Yeah, the vintage Shogun.
I think that's what he meant. So you did all that for nothing.
Well, not nothing. He had to take it.
See, I got mine at Ross.
And it's empty.
And it was empty.
There's no
What a waste.
figure in it. Like the crap.
Yesterday, when I was at Target, I was like looking because some of the Black Series figures are like 50% off. Like the Shin Hati one was $12, so I was like, oh, there were 2 on the shelf, so I grabbed one. And then they had the a Bix box, and I grabbed it, and it was like $9.95. And I was walking up to the front, and I was like,
I don't even want these.
Yeah,
I was
Oh,
like
it's
this.
empty.
I opened it, and the figure was gone.
Oh,
So it's an empty
wow.
box.
So I just ditched it up there at the register. I was like, whatever.
You didn't say
So what's
anything?
No.
with the fake videos we were just talking about. So I follow a lot of custom figure makers, bootleggers, whatever you want to call them. And they've made a couple of videos in the past where they go into Walmart and they go through the figures and then they find like their custom or bootleg figure on the shelf at Walmart. And they're like, oh, look what I found. That to me is just clever and fun. But when you actually lie, and yeah, that's bad.
Okay, so this was $9.99. This was last year.
Yeah, some of mine, because I found some in the recent stuff I've decided to sell from, and I have a hard time getting some of those stickers off.
Did you take the sticker off your Shogun?
No, I left it on there. I think it's kind of cool.
I think that's what I think that's
says
what Jonathan's
That's what I'm
saying,
talking
though.
about.
And underneath it, there's a sticker that says like $4.99. And you're
Yeah,
like,
you
what?
took off your
Are
Tower
you-
World sticker to put the Ross one on.
Yeah. I
I should
took
put
off
on
the
a Walmart
$4.99.
sticker at Ollie's and see if it works.
I think you should keep the stickers because, like, for us, when we see it like a Toys R
I
Us
can
and
get
a
this
Tower
one
World
off. I'm just
sticker,
going to leave it on because
we
it's
get
kind of
excited
cool to
when we
look
see.
back and realize I only paid $10 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the sticker won't come off. I told you.
Should just have an offshoot stream of just sticker peeling, riveting content.
Yeah.
An hour straight.
You know what I'll do is I'll just re-record it and I'll set it up as a live,
Yep.
and then the resolution will be really crappy. Yeah, I didn't actually press too hard when I put it on that Shogun Warrior box, so it should come right off.
Should.
And then half
Yeah,
the tack on anyway.
JT's got it. You know, this show is finishing on a high note in 2024. Sticker peeling.
Stick up,
Yeah.
feel it. All right. Anyways, you guys got anything else going on before the new year changes? The year ends and the new year begins.
Probably
Before
gonna
the
run.
year ends, I will open this.
All
I
right.
got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's good.
I'll unbox one of my ghosts.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's something
I
at the
unboxed
door.
the
The
Star
post dropped
Speeder,
out.
Dino.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I finally got
Was
around to doing that.
So the screen
Oh, the-
plays.
Yeah, it plays fine.
The Disney one?
I got looked out. Yeah, I lucked out.
But not in the correct sequence, like it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
it's not the correct sequence, but I don't really care. I had to get a new TVC Vader to go in
Ooh.
it
Ooh,
because
cool.
I tried shoving my Power of the Force 2
He's too
Vader,
big.
but the legs don't really work. Yeah,
Yeah.
and too wide.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll be right back. If you're
All right.
gone
Well-
before I get
Well,
back,
when John comes back, we won't be here.
stay
anymore.
awesome,
All right.
everyone.
Well, Happy
Yeah.
New Year, John.
Stay awesome,
New Year.
everybody, and
Happy
Happy
New
New Year. I'm gonna go empty the lizard or whatever you call it.
All right. Well, on that note, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we want to wish you guys a happy new year. And thanks for hanging out with us in 2024. And we'll definitely be back in 2025.
Take care, everyone.
All right.
Cheers.
Action, fear, and toy news. Talking movies and TV. All the planets got represented like Hasbro, McFarlane, and it got two. The Toy Tool team brings it all to you. The Toy Tool